Hello, everybody! You are watching Amiga Kita Random Talk. Yes, I have finally come up with the proper name. It's called Ame Random Talk, and I will be talking a lot of random stuff. It's like doing in my podcast from now on. I mean, like it can be ranging for a lot of random stuff, from manga to anime to even random talk in real life about daily life and also Vtuber stuff, depending. Well, anyway, today in my podcast, I'm your host, Omega Kita. And today I still have the same guest from the previous one, and that is...
Oh, my name is Rizi. I'm so sorry for my voice right now.
No issue, but maybe you need to drink some water. Alright, today we got a little bit of topic to talk, and before okay, let's kind of like, before we do the actual topic of the skill, we will I was supposed to do this recording a little bit way earlier, but we are kind of like testing out some stuff. Like I know a lot of people, if anyone watched the first podcast, that was like basically no reactive image, just basically our picture is just dead flat. And this time around, our image is jumping, hopping, and running around. Oh, no, we're not running around, but more like jumping around.
At least people can see that either we were talking or not. Like before this, is just like, oh, take a sticker, just put it on the screen.
Hey, at
just
least
two random people talking in the background.
Yeah, anyone can just actually just play the video on YouTube. I mean, it's not even on podcast or any. I have not even gone into that territory yet. But the one thing I would just say that who will actually stare at the screen like for the freaking 1 hour, looking at one cat and one girl, and then talking over Discord, and then just thinking about like, oh, what are they talking about? And we're gonna see what is there anything gonna happen in between. I can assure you guys, there's nothing to happen. You can just, even right now, you can just put the phone down or put your PC down or whichever thing that you are playing this video on, and I can assure you, you are just only able to hear oh god, I'm getting tongue-tied all the time. But getting all your music or sound or whatever you guys hear from us in the background, just put it down. Don't need to worry. Don't need to watch us. The only thing I would just say there is, you're just looking at us hopping.
Wait. Let me rephrase this real quick. What do you mean by putting your PC down? Are you gonna smack down the PC car?
When I say put the PC down, actually there are some people who put their PC on their lap, like laptop on the lap, or when they're holding, like there are some people who put their PC while standing and holding, going somewhere, right? Yeah.
Quick advice: do not put your laptop on yourself, on your thighs. Do not do it.
Why?
When it's starting to overheat or getting hot due to the charger or maybe due to the batteries, it's gonna burn up.
Okay,
and believe me, it's gonna hurt.
Okay, the one thing is that you actually want that during the winter period in any other country that had the cold season. Like right now, I don't mind that. It will feel kind of kimochi.
At least you have winter season. Me, just flat season.
Yeah, I understand. I lived in Singapore in the past, so I know. I may have lived in Japan for 6 years, doesn't mean that I forget about the hot winter in Singapore, right? I lived for majority of my life in Singapore, so I know how hot it is. Just go out, like in case anyone need to know, just go out, step out in Singapore, and the first thing first, you'll be like sweating like buckets.
Yeah, that's true.
And not just in Singapore, in Malaysia too. And the one thing is that, and even if like the one thing is that we can talk about even if we do like about the hot, some people might like the hot weather, but it's not just hot weather. There is the rain season also, so there's another problem.
Well, time to pack the bags and get out from the flight. That's one thing.
Oh, that is true.
Right now, in some of the areas are categorized as red zones, which is places that can easily get flooded. Like me right now is in the red zone category. It's quite okay. It's dangerous, but also not, because I'm living high up. So in case if there is even a flood, I'm still safe. just no electricity.
Okay, the one thing I would just say, right, when there is a red zone and there is start raining, right, I think I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna go full out. You Malaysian living in the red zone should actually make sure to wear swimsuit as your under gadget from now on during the rainy season.
Okay. If you do not know, I think maybe it's not even Twitter. Almost every social media just go into Malaysia flat season. I forgot the hashtag. You will see somebody swimming or do something crazy. For example, using a refrigerator as a boat
Wow.
and just do a competition. Who can reach the finish line first? For some reason, I do not know why.
But I mean, like, isn't like, I think, okay, the one thing is that in my mind is, right, you guys should actually start, like, when it's rain and there's flood, right? At least you guys are wearing swimsuit underneath. So, example, if you're like, like those if you get wet, at least even if you get out of the water, you are still wearing your swimsuit, not at least underwear.
This one, this is actually a fun fact in Malaysia. If you manage to buy something that has to do with Western, for example, like swimsuit, you are categorized as a rich person.
You what?
You are categorized as a rich person if you manage to buy a swimsuit. I'm not even joking about this one.
Why would that be?
Okay, because for those that actually live in the village side, like I have experience in the village side, we do not have swimsuits. We just wear t-shirts. Some of them just wear tank top and shorts. Some of them just go full on naked and just go into the rivers and swim. And afterwards, we're gonna scream if somebody's found, I don't know, snakes. Worst cases, a crocodile.
I mean, like, you're Malaysia. I mean, like, okay, we are stepping. I'm stepping a little bit too much into Malaysia. But if there is no some company doing the scandal, cheating the whole country money, by some government, and then we'll definitely not seeing such
Why so many ahams for some reason? Why so many ahams?
Why a lot? Because that is into the political situation.
Yes, I do know.
That's why to make
so many ahams.
That's why to make sure that I don't get myself in trouble, I have to every single thing that is gonna be very controversy.
This is the 13th time you go ahem.
But I mean, like, look, just compare Singapore and Malaysia. We already know the differences already. But I'm not saying that in Singapore there's still no crocodile, there's no war, but there are actually.
But not that, like, I don't know, public.
Yeah, it's not in the public. I mean, like, even if we are talking about the public, the reason why they are start appearing, right? A lot of people didn't notice. Like, why in the like 20 years ago they say there is no crocodile appearing or no wild boar appearing or wild monkey attacking the building, and I was like, compare the amount of building in Singapore in the 1780s and compare it to right, and then compare it to 2000 and 2010, then compare it to 2020. I can assure you guys that if you guys go and take a look at the Google map and compare these 3 years, the number of buildings that increase, right, it's actually insane a lot. Which in a sense is that those in the past that used to be a lot more green in Singapore than right now, and a lot of people didn't realize that a lot of those green, I had seen forests in Singapore being like a lot of forestry that is very tall, like all the tree that is very tall and healthy, they remove it to clear land to build more buildings, and in a sense that it was supposed to be banned to kill unless proven, but they wanted to build more buildings. So a lot of people didn't know one thing is that in Singapore there is a lot. I don't want to talk about too much, but there is a lot of anti-building in Singapore, and who's what I had no idea, but is really, there's a problem right now, and not for the public, but actually more like wild animal that has no place to stay anymore. So yeah, I can see where you're going about crocodile coming to the place I mean, like, the one thing is at least wear a swimsuit or anything that is like waterproof, like diver suit if possible. Like, I mean, like,
no. That thing is quite impossible. like I said, if you have swimsuit, you are categorized as a rich person for some reason.
I know.
Usually, we just wear shirts, t-shirts, and also shorts. Like short
Yeah, I know,
boys,
I know, I know.
right?
No, I know.
Shorts.
The thing is, like, when we are saying like you are considered a rich person, it's not even expensive. Those swimsuit nowadays. I'm not saying like you have to go and buy those
Yeah, yeah, I do
branded.
know that it's not expensive. Like you just need to buy the suit. You don't have to buy the other accessories and everything.
And even so, right, we can just go to I'm not a sponsor, but go to like somewhere like AliExpress or Q10 and see any cheap swimsuit that is like thousand of it, like a lot of it. I've seen like swimsuit ranging for in Japanese yen like 500 yen all the way to like 10,000 yen, and I even see like normally those expensive one are the branded one and maybe of good quality, but the cheap one doesn't mean that they are bad though. I mean, like, I got one of my friend who buy a 2,000 yen swimsuit and still went to the beach and it still worked fine, and she still
I
get
guess it's depending on the quality and who's the supplier. I guess, right?
believe me, when we are talking about quality and which country make it, right? The only one country that I can just say is MIC. Doesn't mean for Mike, but mean for made in China.
Almost everything's made in China, to be honest.
Yeah, tell me which country that tell me what the Malaysia even make.
Can I say something dangerous at the same time?
Sorry. I mean, like, I'm not saying like that. I'm no thing that is not made in
Okay.
Singapore
This
or
one is not
Malaysia.
100%. It's not 100% dangerous, but still, you can say dangerous. Bamboo. Okay, bamboo cannons. That's the one thing I see.
Oh, please don't use that. Like, seriously, do not use it under no of
You need to have the knowledge to use it. If you do not have,
it will
just stick to
explode on
the
your
simple.
face, and
The sim-
the thing can explode. I mean, like, I mean, the actual way of using it is not putting too much firepower, but at the same time, if you don't put too much firepower, it will not explode. It's a good thing because you want the thing to shoot out the thing. But if you put too little, the thing won't even. You will get stuck inside, and you're gonna have like a problem because you're having a ticking time bomb up in the ready already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know that one.
Alright, I mean, like, enough of all this. I feel like we'll be stepping into dangerous territory for now, so let's not talk about that for now. So let's start out with the actual topic that we are gonna start today. And sorry, guys, that for us to wrapping for around 10 plus minutes. I mean, like, it's just to break the ice. Okay, the main topic that we are going to talk about is actually we are going to talk about VTuber, mainly VTuber stuff, and we are going to concentrate on the one thing is that the graduation. I mean, like, lately we have seen a lot of Niji Sanji graduation, and I'm not saying this a bad thing. I mean, like, if there is some disagreement and there is some graduation is one thing, but before anything, in case anyone need to know, VTuber graduation is basically mean that when the talents or the voice behind a character, the specific character in that belong to a company, decided to either end it or not but be part of the company, they will just choose the word graduate. We mean that they are out of the company. But lately, the one thing is that in my mind, I mean, like, graduation we all know is a very big thing, but somehow there is one thing that I find it funny is that in some company the graduation is being used loosely, but for one company that is like we know Hololive, other than one specific person that is gone by something that she did in real life that we do not want to talk about, but
somebody actually put a counter on how many that he did.
She did that one is we can't do anything. But the one thing is that we are going to focus on 2% that graduated on a high note. Well, not really for one of them, but one of them is known as Kyokoko, and the second one is Sana. Both of them are from Hololive. One is the JP, who is not later on, I believe, somewhere became part of another company and before that if she was like don't want to join a VTuber agency now and then she do her own one go indie and became part of a VTuber agency again called K-Song. But anyway, I feel like this podcast gonna me coffee a lot for no reason.
Why do you say that?
I mean, like, okay, the more problematic that what a lot of people didn't know is that when Kison left in last, I believe in as of this recording is still last on 2021 when she left at the time. It was the funny thing is that I didn't know Kson, to be honest. I didn't know Kson much at that time. I do watch clip of herself like time to time, but I did not follow Hololive because of her. In case anyone need to know, I actually follow Hololive because of Marlin. Captain Marlin. It wasn't her actually. It was Captain Marlin, and then I start to notice Fubuki and Krone and then subsequent later on. So if anyone asks me on my favorite VTuber, I always tend to answer tend to be Marlin-san. It's because I actually come across her podcast by a YouTube recommendation by chance her live, and I start to notice all the other VTubers. So I did not know about Kyokoko until I know about the others, and it was also the same moment when the EN start coming out, the Holo Myth, and I think it's like they say that it was Kyokoko who pushed for the overseas, and then we all later know there was some controversy about some country which I don't want to talk about, but the people in that country caused a lot of problem and a lot of anti-stuff talk about this and that. That's the reason why I don't like to talk about politics. But the one thing is that kind of caused the company to rethink their policy and whatsoever, but somehow the strictness, I would say the tighten of the rule,
restriction.
The restriction actually kind of caused how do I call it? Maybe cause one of the talents, in this case Kyokoko, to feel suffocated, and I believe that's the time when they start realizing that they should go their separate, because what Kyokoko do might be too controversial, might be bad promotion in the eyes, not to us, but to the eyes of the board of cover. What a lot of people didn't know is that Mr. Taningo, or Yago, which everyone call him as, is that he may be the CEO, but he doesn't hold all the power. He is the CEO for the company, but Cover is a public company, which means that there is a board of director, a board of people who is like had the final say if they want to do the whole meeting. And probably during that meeting, somehow I had no idea. It's just a speculation. Is that they think that someone should be kind of like under a leash, like. But the thing is that some people doesn't like it. So I come across a clip where some people say like some of the talents in Hololive actually, like Fubuki, say that Fubuki-san of gamers actually mentioned that she'll only leave Hololive if she doesn't trust the company anymore. It's a very, in my opinion, a lot of people tend to not realize the word behind the meaning is that the meaning behind the word is that they are actually saying that they still trust the company, so we should trust it. But at the same time, if she doesn't trust it and she left, it's also
won't it be a huge red flag for them?
It is a huge red flag, because it means that if she do graduate or she do left, it means that she doesn't trust the company anymore. It's that I believe she got her reason for saying that, but it's a very, in my opinion, I feel like it's a very dangerous word to say, because it made me realize that if we do come across one of the talents leaving due to problem, then there's a lot. There will be a lot of people talking about speculation. Are we able to trust the company anymore? Are they gonna give us this and that? It's the reason why I don't it's like I still gonna trust a lot of the VTuber company, but at the same time with a lot of controversy among a lot of VTuber agency. I mean, like Rizi-san, you and I, we both applied for different VTuber agency in the past, and we have to. It's like the one thing is that we always have to do a current check behind the company, and we always come up. And which is the reason why we talk about graduation. It's like sometimes the company, when they got a lot of graduation, like there is a huge red flag for me. Like example, a company that has so many graduation in 1 year, with some of them maybe no reason, some of them maybe some with reason. But the thing is like, if one company have like, I won't say which company, which a lot of people maybe of this recording might be aware which company I'm talking about. Which rival a bit of Hololive, Holostar. That company got a lot of people, and to be honest, I do watch that company. I do watch some of the talents that graduate, some of them before, but I don't like follow them all the time. I kind of like watch clip here there, and maybe sometimes if I go to their live stream and watch, I will just watch for a short while and I just sleep, because I'm not saying that if everyone should do the same thing to me. I mean, like, if you find my stream interesting, you can come to my podcast and watch and just interact with me. I will be very happy. But if not, I mean, like, if you, I mean, like, I don't like to force people to stay in my stream for a long. I mean, like, I'm not like Crone. You say, you're going to sleep. Why you want to sleep? Stay. You're not going to sleep. I'm not going to let you go. I'm not that kind of person. I mean, like, maybe in future, maybe I might do that. But if people got real life commitment to do, I mean, like, just let them be. Let's let them do their own stuff. I can't force every single one to do whatever they should do or whatsoever. And in a sense, is that for some of the talents, some of them are really, really interesting. I would say that, but I can see why a lot of people are very upset when some of the talents graduate. I mean, like when Kyokoko graduated, how many people cried? Even I even saw the graduation show. I almost cried because it's really that touching. And then there is Shana, who left. In a also Hannah. I know the one thing is that a lot of people didn't realize that Shana, out of the 4th Holo Council, the one thing a lot of people didn't notice is that she actually wasn't having that much subscriber as compared to the other peers. And I guess that's kind of put a pressure on her. As I believe that put a pressure on her, and there was also a moment when she took a long break. And I mean, like, if anyone who watched her video, is that she's a true and nice person to talk about, and a nice person to enjoy the stream with. But in my opinion, I would say that maybe she got her own issue. I won't talk too much about that, but when she graduates, there's a lot of people also crying for her, which kind of changed the whole Colo Council right now. I mean, like, it affect a lot, not just in a lot of people who follow that VTuber that themselves, but in my opinion, I look at how when Kyokoko left, look at Shana left, and the one Pacific green hair necromancer Lucia, I don't want to talk about too much about what happened to her. But when 3 of them left, and I mean there is also one more. What was her name again? Before anyone of there was the Hololive JP Gem 5. What was her name again? She left it to some controversy, but
I'm not sure. And this reason, and the recent one, on 14 September, not September, December lah. Yugo also.
No, I'm not. I'm saying Yugo is under Nishi Sanji. I'm talking about Hololive. There is 4 people. It is no longer part of Hololive. There was actually one Gen 5 that belonged to the same group as Potten-san, Poruka-san group.
But I don't know why, but most of the well-known or higher VTuber companies, most of them are starting to graduate. I don't know.
Okay, the one thing I find it funny is that when there are 4, in case anyone need to know, there are actually 4 graduates from Hololive already. 3 from the JP side and 1 from the EN side. But the thing is that I won't talk too much about too much. But the one thing is that I will just say that before Holomint was debated, there was the Gen 5, Potten-san, Boruka-san, and Lemmy-san and Nene-san. The 4 of them, there was actually one, because we know that Hololive always debate in a group of 5 for the Hololive. The reason why that Pacific Gen got only 4 is that because of one issue that happened to one of them, and she graduated after that, like shortly after debate, and can't blame her for that, because there, when there is some controversies and when they kind of like break the contract rules, they have to get like graduate. Either they graduate on their own or they sorry. But right now, I would just say that she is doing her own indie podcast, so is I mean a VTuber, so it's good for her. But the one thing is that that graduation does affect the others members, because it affect their morale, it affect their feeling. So in a sense, it does affect in the negative way. But for Kyokoko and Shana, when they graduate, it's a whole new different story. Because from Kyokoko, when she graduated, is that a lot of people say that you will never be the same. It's true, because we take a look at how Hololive been doing. It's still interesting. They still funny. Don't get me wrong. I still follow them, but there is not much. How to say it? There is still chaos, but not as chaotic as it was when it first started. You know what I mean? So in the sense is that even when Shana graduated, a lot of people didn't even notice. I think a lot of people noticed who is Shana after she graduated, when she was announcing her graduation. You know what I mean? But I might be wrong. What do you think, Rizi-san?
I actually don't. Okay, I still do not know much about the other talents because I don't watch VTuber that much, to be honest.
No, it's alright.
But don't get me wrong, I still pop in your streams for time to time.
I mean, like,
but for me, I don't have much to comment much on it.
But what I mean, like, okay, then how about let's use the latest Nishi-sanji graduate. I mean, like, the one funny thing is that in Hololive, I mean, the graduation is a big thing. Like, look at Shana graduation, look at Kyokoko's graduation. It's a huge thing. A lot of people talking about it. But the Nishi-sanji graduation, I think a lot of people tend to not notice one thing about Nishi-sanji, compare Nishi-sanji and Hololive. Hololive and Holostar, they don't have that much of the big rooster at that time. It's always very hard to get the audition into Hololive and Holostar at the time. But one thing I can say for sure is that Nishi-sanji are very strongly into the audition, but Hololive wasn't that big into. A lot of people didn't know that Hololive may open their audition like every single like throughout, but whether do you get in or not is one thing, and they always have a actual audition when you start. That is when you start to apply for it. But the one thing I kind of find funny is that Nishi-sanji, when they do open out, there's a lot of people applying for it, but as much as there is a lot of debate, like a lot of people start coming in, like latest days, like Nishi-sanji, the group, I can't remember what's their name again. I seriously, like a group of 6. What was it again? I know they have a group. I'm very bad in remembering name though. So
Edson? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how to pronounce it.
The only thing I can remember is one of them called Hats, because his name is like basically a hat, and he just says something that caused a lot of people to like hate him for not knowing who is Hatsune Miku, and I was like, he's either joking or he's really someone who really doesn't know what is Hatsune Miku. So it's like, I mean, like, that is one thing, but the one thing is that when there is a group new people coming, like one group says that if you take a look, there are a lot of people graduate, but if you guys actually look at this pattern, is you think it's just only 2020, go and look back into the past of Nijisanji. Look at how big the rooster is. Look at how many people actually graduated from Nijisanji before this year issue. It's actually not that rare as you guys might think.
Like there is, but not common or not popular. Is that what you mean?
I wouldn't say unpopular. They are pretty popular though. It's just that the current one, right? A lot of people, I know a lot of people don't go and guess think out theory or about why a person graduate. If the person want to talk about it, let them talk about it. But if they choose not to talk about it, don't go and play guessing game because it's all speculation, just guess here, guess there. I mean, like a lot of people say that because in Niji Sanji, when they use the word graduate, if you look at some of them graduate, they graduate with a stream. Some don't. Like the Hugo-san, he or she, I have no idea because the voice is really hard to put. But I'm gonna say him as a him because based on the design. Hugo himself had graduated, but without a proper stream. Which caused a lot of people to think that whether the Hugo got fired or is there something wrong, is that a lot of people gonna guess like what actually happened because it's in human nature to be curious. That's the reason why we always say curiosity kill the cat, because it's no matter what, people still gonna be curious. People gonna be want to know what the meaning, what the truth, everyone want the truth, even if it's hurt or not. People still want to know. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, people still want to guess. I can't blame them. But the one thing I'll just say is that guessing, instead of guessing, just let them be and let them understand what they want to do. And if they are I mean, like, look at K-Song. When K-Song became an indie VTuber, she had her own fun? Didn't she do much better? Like, some people might be better not under a company, while some people might be better under a company. So it's hard to say, is it good?
Speculate the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I mean, like Richi-san and I actually, what we actually talked about this in the past. Like, is it good to be go indie or is it good to be under an agency? Like, and also the one thing is that, do we want to join a small time VTuber or do we want to join a big time VTuber? And I think Richi-san, how about you talk about what this a lot, but for the sake of everyone, instead of me saying it, might be better for you to say it instead. Richi-san? ちょっと待って。Are you able to be here? Are you talking? ちょっと待って。Richi-san. ちょっと待って。There's some technical issue right now. Let's see.
Pop out.
Okay. Are you able? Okay, that's it.
Did you just disconnect?
No. I have to disconnect once just to see whether that's it work.
Okay.
Okay, you guys have to come blame me for that, okay? Discord sometimes work weirdly, okay? So also we are talking about what's your view on joining maybe the big time or small time VTuber agency. And
for big time, it is actually the expectation. Oh god, my English is not working.
Hey, at least not better than the Discord not working.
yeah, true. But one of it is actually the expectation. It means that they want more from you, either from your extra talents that you can do, like music, singing, or anything. The other one is actually the restriction. It means that there's gonna be a lot of rules that you could not like disobey. While smaller companies, they still have rules, just not, I don't know, just not strict, I guess.
But like I mentioned,
Mm-mm.
and that's where I start to count. I mean, like the rule is all this thing, but that is when I also counteract with like if you are joining a big one, you get more audience, and you can, even if you graduate or you are no longer, at least there is still gonna be a few followers going to follow you somehow. But for small one, you have to build your own fan base because there is not much people to build on. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yes, and also no, because okay, for example, like it's okay if I call out some a VTuber's name.
Well, if you want, like if you want me to put their, if you want to talk about it, I don't mind.
Um, her name is Liliana Vampire, which is a VTuber from Malaysia, and she is actually under a company. Just my whole TV is well known, but also not popular much. But most people know that she actually collabs with any Niji Sanji or Hololife's ID version.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like the recent one, if I'm not mistaken, was it with Kobo?
Really? I know there is. I know Kobo and Ole did have a Kobo collab with someone, but I had no idea who was it.
But mostly Lily just collabs with anyone that know Indonesian because
Ah.
it's more easy to communicate with them.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
So most, but for me, like she will use a double personality. One is named Ro, and another one is her Lily. But the way how she managed to attract what do you call attract viewers are different kinds. More easier to say that either she promote herself
Mm.
or the company will do it for her. But they have free will, free will to do it.
Actually, you mean what? They got their own freedom to do whatever they want.
Yes, yes, but even though there's still rules, but they are still free. To be honest.
Unlike as in those big time agency, right? Yeah, I mean, like if you're talking about freedom, I mean, like Nishi Sanji doesn't hold that much strictness as compared to how Holostar seems to be. I'm not quite sure, but
Mm-mm.
the one thing I kind of find it funny about Nishi Sanji is that a lot of people didn't notice that they don't. I'm not quite sure. I might be wrong, but they don't seem to show a lot of collab with each other. As I mean, like they tend to collab within their own circle. They like you don't see them spread like to many other people. You know what I mean? Like they don't do collab with friends. Like they got so many talent. There's so many combination of collaboration. But I so far don't. I might be wrong. If anyone who saw this and think that I'm wrong, just post it in the comments. Show me the video of or clip of them, like all the random collab that you can think out of. Because from how I look at it, I so far have not seen a lot of video clip of Nishi Sanji collabing like around our house. Like I can't. I'm not saying that I can't find them. I just can't seem to see them appearing a lot in my recommendation list. You know what I mean?
Oh God, why is the mic? Okay, never mind. Never mind for that one.
Mm-mm.
Okay. If you don't know, if we collapse, we have benefits, right? It means that we're given an option to the other. For example, that okay, person A and person B are collabing.
No.
As indies,
I'm not saying like indie collab with big time VTuber. I'm saying like VTuber within the agency themselves, their own talents.
yeah. This actually is just an example, but
Okay.
this also referring to both sides as a company and also as an indie.
Oh, okay.
Okay, for example, this for the indie version, if VTuber A and VTuber B are collabing, they are managed to exchange their viewpoint. It means that people that view um person A can still see person B. It
Mm-hmm.
means that oh, wait, how about I just go to person B and see how they stream? So from that we have benefits, right?
Yeah.
But for companies, not much
Yeah. Wait. Sorry.
because
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, to them, it's like only one view on one end. That at the end of the day, I mean, like, it's still all down to numbers, which is sad, but
yeah,
not
that's actually variable.
we. Okay, I have to be honest. One thing, the reason why a lot of people ask me like, why do I not follow Nichi Sanji a lot than Hololive? To be honest, the one thing a lot of people that seems to realize that in Hololive, they seem to be like a family. They're having fun. That's how I look at it. But for Nichi Sanji, I have to. This one I can't cough. I can't do anything. I have to be honest. In my eyes, Nichi Sanji seems to be like they are having a competition with each other.
You're not wrong for that one, to be honest. Like you can see it for it. You can actually see it for yourself. I don't know why.
I mean, like, I actually got some people asked me to apply for Nichi Sanji. I had applied 3 times. I won't say when. I had applied 3 times. Okay, guys. They did not look into me. I will not talk too much about that. If they still open up and you guys still think that I should apply, come to my stream and encourage me to join. I will see about it. But the one thing is like the Nichi Sanji within their own talent, because it's very what's the word, bloated. You know, like, it's so full. It's so much to the point that I can understand why. I remember that when the GC is like telling me like there is like some sort of competition. Yes, I can see that, but not in Hololive, but in not in Hololive, not in Holostar, or maybe a few other company. But Nichi Sanji strike me a lot with that kind of feeling where there is a lot of competition within, which in my sense is like I can understand why might be some people in Nichi Sanji who want to graduate, because either they can't take it, the competition, or like some people will just say like maybe because the company feel like they are not doing much, so they might want to terminate the contract. You know what I mean? A lot of people. This is just a speculation. This is just a theory on my end. A lot of people say that why Yugo didn't like reach 1 year and have to like graduate. A lot of people think. I'm not saying that Yugo is not popular. He got a lot of quite the sum of subscriber, but I feel like that is either something they are disagreeing, and the contract might be just only 1 year. Like, I'm not sure about the contract, but a lot of people need to understand in Japan there is always contract. The contract can be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. The one thing is that what I feel like is there is very likely, in my opinion, is that they sign for 1 year, and that the reason why 1 year, if you guys think about if they sign a contract for 1 year, if it for 1 year, it's not wrong if the person have the contract terminate before their 1 year, because when a person join a company, they have to sign the contract months or days before their debate. And in a sense, if you think about it, right, if they're going to have their 1 year anniversary, but someone leave before the 1 year, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So in a sense that there might be something that caused the company to cancel the contract, and it's not strange though. I mean, like in any company, if anyone, especially as a contract employee before, it's either you have the benefit, it's like you hold the benefit of part-time, but you're also at the same time doing something what a full-time is. But the one thing is that between a full-time employee and a contract employee is that if you're a full-time employee, they have to fire you with months in advance. But as a contract, once your contract is up, they can, like, before your contract expired, they will do a check with you. It can, if they want to renew it, they will give a renew. But if they choose to cancel, they will just say you're bye bye. Just end it. You know what I mean? Which is the reason why I guess it's happening in Nijisanji a lot more than you guys might think. Is that Nijisanji is a corporation, and that's the reason why I'm not saying that the Nijisanji are bad. Okay, there are a lot of people with they are very interesting and nice, a lot of nice talents in there. So you guys should go and follow it. But the one thing from how I look at Nijisanji is that it seems to my eyes is that there are a lot of competition within their talents. That's just how I feel like that's the reason why I don't see too much collab within their own talents as compared to Hololive. Because if you guys take a look, Hololive are able to do like big time collab where they have like more people. I'm not saying that Nijisanji don't do that. That they do have that, but I don't see it often. That's what I think. Unless somebody post it in a comment or show post to me, then I will take back my word. I'll definitely take back my word because I just don't see it right now. That's just how it feels to me. But what do you think though, Rizi-san?
I guess it's depending because they are also fight like okay for Hololive they actually have I'm not sure if this count as an achievement in the company, but like they have like top super chat, top active users over Hololive. But Nijisanji, I'm not 100% sure for that one. So like Hololive, they can compete and have a certain title.
But it doesn't seem like Nijisanji doesn't seems to us to have that kind of situation, right? I mean, like, just look at all the other company, all the other Vtuber agency. I'm not saying all of them are not popular or whatsoever. It's just that it doesn't seem to show, how to say, it doesn't seem to show much about of their personality. Some might be like, I'm not saying that all of them are bad. I mean, like, if people can follow me due to my personality or due to my stream, I'll be happy. But at the same time, I mean, like, I have to create a lot of contents. But for VTuber company, the one good thing is that they got their own agency to help them assist in those situations, like a VTuber avatar, studio for recording or whatsoever. But the one thing I don't find it I don't find a problem that they should have is that promoting their own talents. Like if their talent is not doing well, promote them more. Not just like try to have them have competition with each other. Like I mean, like there are some company believe that competition with each other does help, like putting a rival up to each other. But at least build out a rival in a nice way, not like as if they are fighting over something that I know a lot of people don't see it. It might be just me, but it does. It's. I mean, like as compared to 5 years ago when there is like a few VTuber, right now it's like thousands and thousands of VTubers, but it just became a competitive situation. All these VTuber stuff. I mean, like I'm a VTuber, that's not wrong, but I'm being a VTuber for almost 2 years, and do I get a lot of viewers? Nope. Am I still doing content? Yes, but is it very competitive? If I don't fight, if I don't fight to build out contents, then definitely that's a problem for me. You know what I mean? But competition within their own company itself, I don't know.
Different people had different perspectives, so yeah.
Yeah, probably that's the. I think let's just place it for that for now. I mean, like, if the VTuber talents is not happy, I mean, like, actually, the funny thing is that even in this year, not just Nishi Sanji and Hololai having their own graduation. If you guys go and take a look, if you guys go and find like some VTuber news like Force Eyes, or like Force Eye is one of the VTuber news I always take a look. The one thing I find interesting is that there are a lot of like indies that indies VTuber that graduated, some big, some small, and I got one time asked by one person that for a VTuber, small time VTuber like me, gaining only like 100 plus YouTube subscribers and not having a lot of viewers in my stream all time, why am I still doing VTuber? And I was like, well, because I liked it, because I want to enjoy doing the thing that I want to do. Do I want to go big? Yes. Do I want to like graduate? How can I stop and give up when, even if I know, like I know it's like a lot of people saying like, why wouldn't I give up? I had given up a lot of things in my life already, but at the same time I still doing the same thing again and again and again. Like, I had applied for 1,000 plus job in Japan. I got rejected all 1,000 plus time. Even when I applied for Nizi Sanji, Hololai, Whatster, Prime Project, a lot of VTuber agency, I got rejected by all of them a lot of time. Am I gonna give up as a VTuber or whatever? No, I'm not going to. But I think I would just I would just say that giving up just mean that you're just going to have a regret when you're older. You know what I mean?
Again with Discord. Why? What I meant to say yes.
Well, at least the Discord is working properly for a little bit, but I mean, like, probably the reason is because the Discord is having a problem is that sometimes when the call lasts for too long, the Discord will be like, hey, the time is up. You should go and take a rest.
Nope. No.
Why? It will be like, never. But I mean, like, let's not to I think let's not stop talking about VTuber graduation or stuff. I mean, like, there is good. I mean, like, the funny thing is that there is already finding a Hollow Star audition. The funny thing is that I applied it before. I actually sent the application before they put out the application, and I was like, why? No.
It's nice.
I'm not sure. I think so. I apply it one more time just in case. I mean, like, they say that I have to apply every 3 months, but I don't know.
If you still want to get into the company, maybe you can try again.
With the same video.
That one is 50-50 because I'm not 100% sure for that one.
I mean, you saw the video.
For me, every what do you call it again? Every introduction video, I will do a new one. But just maybe put something different in it.
Oh, I have to re-record a 5 minutes video again.
That is quite optional. It's up to you because I have the time, so that's why I do it often.
No, I don't mind doing a 5-minute video. It's just that
editing the video is quite annoying.
Yeah, it can take up to 3 days.
If not 3 days, 1 week, and then become 1 month. Afterwards, 1 year.
I mean, like, that's the reason why the audition always lasts around 1 month. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of people didn't make full use of the 1 month. It's like, just 1 month we can push it. It's not that's the case. It's basically you do it right now, and at least edit it a little bit. I think I would just use the same one. As in, I would use the same one, but I would kind of like edit I'll just do a new one too, but with a different tune, different voice. I don't know. That's the reason why I'm trying to do podcast recording to kind of get me ready out for the next audition. I was not expecting this soon. Okay. It's like they're slapping me in my face, you know.
Well, that's normal.
That's not normal, right? I mean, I don't know. I will just redo a 5 minutes recording. I might have to go and redo what I did in the past again, the video. Will it be more yabai or not? Will it be much better or not? I don't know until I do it, and then probably I have to let some of the people that I know, like Kat and the others, to take a look and see how they feel about it. But I probably have to do it next week. I won't be able to do it this week. So if you guys see me like put a rest in between, yep, that's definitely when I'm doing the recording. And also, I mean, I have to do spring cleaning. My house is also quite messy.
Push everything under the rug. It's more easier.
No!
I'm joking.
There is a
Don't
lot.
do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do
Okay,
that.
anyone, please don't do that. Even that is very bad. All right. The last thing you want is doing such a thing in making sure that your room is well, before let's not talk too much about that. That will be going to haywire already. We are moving. I mean, like, we are moving away and away and away.
No, the funny thing is how we talk. Oh, it's gonna be a serious topic, and for some reason it just drifted away, and then coming back to the serious topic, and then drifting away again for some reason.
Isn't that how I've been doing my stream every single time?
My mind? Okay. Every time I went to Ami stream, the first thing that went to my mind was, is it gonna be a yabai stream or not? This time.
What do you mean by always yabai stream? Do I look like a person that always do yabai stream every single day?
Yes, and also no.
It's either yes or no. Don't yes and no.
Yes and no. That's how I answer this.
That is very bad for me right now.
Oh wait, how long was it? How long is this stream again?
This is as for right now, it's gonna be 1 hour soon. Just a 2-3 minutes time left.
I wonder what else we can talk.
What else can we talk? I got no idea. I mean, like for VTube, I think that should be enough to wrap up the timing. We don't need to reach all 1 hours.
Okay, is it okay if we recap? We say to people that is hearing this the way how I try to contact you.
You try to what?
Remember that I sent a message on Twitter.
Go ahead.
I was not expecting it. Okay.
Okay. How about so I really said it before I end and okay before this recording, okay. Oh God.
Okay. Before the recording, we were supposed to do. It was supposed to be early, but now it's way off from our time supposedly.
Before of this recording, at the time of this recording, okay, you guys have to understand one thing is that it's very hard for me to sleep at night time lately. It's because the cold is really affecting me a lot, and if you guys try sleeping in a cold temperature, it's really hard. I do switch on the heater, but it's not as it doesn't keep the room as warm as you guys might think. So unless I blast it, then I'll be sweating. But that would be blasting up my electric bill at the same time. So the one thing you guys have to understand is that I don't switch on my heater at all time, okay? It's only when I'm going to sleep that I switch it on, but it doesn't like instantly make my room magically hot, okay? I still have to wait for it to like warm it up before I can sleep, which normally take around 1 hour time. And by then I felt asleep. It would be very very hard for me to wake up. So I actually wake up today at like around 2-3 p.m. and I was like preparing my stuff and clearing out my table, and I was like, and maybe when I was going to start the recording and call Rizi-san, I have a stomach ache and I have to rush to the toilet to like, and I was like in the toilet for half an hour plus, and Rizi-san just messaged me, "Are you sleeping?" And I was like,
because if no one actually know this one, he actually update in his Twitter before saying that he is hibernating. So that's why I started to assume, I think this Catman is sleeping for some reason.
okay.
But I was not expecting the reply.
And then I mean like yeah, after that we and we kind of like managed to control each other and do before we do the recording, then we have to kind of like we want to use this reactive image, and then we're like testing out a lot of things, and then it take another moment, another almost an hour timing.
Well, I think we managed to gain knowledge how to use this, and also wasting our time at the same time.
Which in the end, by the end, we managed to record all this thing, and it took way longer than we initially expected. But at least next time, if I come up with, if I do such podcast with other people, hopefully it will not happen again. I can only hope so, but
no guarantees and no promises.
Definitely. I mean, like, the last thing I want is having that happen again. But
okay, for people that I had been to like my collab stream will know that every time I have a problem, I'm gonna message a certain friend to help me.
At least, I mean, at least we now know, so that in future we will not try to make the same mistake. That's the thing about learning, which probably I think will be the next topic we can leave it for next time. Like what we feel about education and learning. Maybe we can talk about that in the next podcast. But I think for today we'll be just talking about VTubers and stuff. I mean like. We did talk about a few of the VTuber stuff.
But before the VTuber, I think for some reason we just drifted away. I don't know
almost
how long was it.
For around 30 minutes, I guess. I was trying to see whether I can set a timeline to cut that part out, so that I'm not saying like cut the whole video out, but as in like in case people want to skip the podcast to that side. But if you guys watch that part, then thank you very much. That improved on the watch time on my road to monetization. Hey, everyone who watched my video increased the watch time. That helped me a lot, okay? And what
I do know that. Yes, I do know how YouTube works.
And
I think.
And you guys know what helped me a lot more?
What?
Press the like button and subscribe too.
And just letting him having his time, because it's not wrong, because it is gonna upload on his YouTube channel, so I could not say anything much.
Hey, I'm promoting yourself, but I did ask whether do you want me to link your Twitch to under the description, you know?
Yeah, I know, but nah, it's okay. Even though a lot of people are gonna scream to me, get that opportunity. Wait, I couldn't use English. Wait.
Yeah, more than three silver. More than three silver is very hard to pronounce, right?
No, it actually depends, because like me, I don't usually use English, because a lot of my family members are using Malay.
Yeah, I know what's that mean. For a person who is from a Chinese family who always speak in Chinese or other dialect, took me a long while to get used to speaking English though. I mean, like, if I actually speak in, I mean, like, yes, I'm definitely speaking English right now fluently, but there are some words that I hate a lot. It's especially those more than three syllable words, because if you guys actually think about it, it's like opportunity, 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 and then you say more faster, it'll be opportunity, and then it'll be like tongue tied.
You're gonna lose everything.
Yep.
Okay. It is gonna sound weird at the same time because even though I'm not fluent in English, I can still understand. But even in Malay, I could not speak properly for some reason.
Not sure
Some
though.
words I could not pronounce.
I would just say one thing is that if I do became a well-known VTuber, I think a lot of people will be questioning. We definitely think that I'm like the Miko from Holo Live, JP, who a lot of people say that they can't understand her Japanese. I mean, like, you guys notice that when I speak in Japanese and English and Chinese, it seems very fluent and very how to say that very precise, right? The one thing is that I have to be honest, is that if I say too fast, no one will understand.
Makes sense.
Or if I speak in a very different accent, everyone will be like, "What the hell are you trying to say?"
Yeah, very much, to be honest.
In case anyone are not sure, before we end it, I'll just say in this way. It's like, how about if I speak this way? Surely you guys will not be able to understand what the hell I'm saying, right? Even if I have everyone.
I don't know why my Discord decided to, how about that? Just cut this part of his voice.
Even Discord doesn't recognize my voice. Damn it! It's like Discord. I mean, like, it's like Discord is knowing that this is not a human voice. Damn it. Oh well. Anyone to address before we start ending? I mean, like, it's already 1 hour and 7 minutes already.
Oh god, we went beyond time. Okay, just end it here.
Okay, I think with that said, let's forever. I mean, like, it's really fun. Don't blast us too much on for not knowing too much about the VTuber graduation stuff, or maybe some of the talents of Rizi or whatever. If you guys really know a lot more creep of than us, just write in the comment section. If you can't post the link, don't worry. Because I have to block the link in my comment for one reason, is because I got a lot of spam bot, a lot of offer more than not. So if you guys can't click post a link, don't need to worry. Just post the title of the video. I can search it out myself. Just post the full video and which channel does it belong to. I can search it out and I will go and look and I will look into the video myself, and hopefully it will introduce me to more of the situation behind. But at the same time, I just can't seem to find it because I might be using the wrong word search. But if you guys feel like you want to show us, like, me and Rizi-san, about which part that you guys think is interesting in terms of which VTuber you guys think interesting, just show us. Maybe in future I'll have to put out a link, a Google form link, so that you guys can send me the link so that I can do that. But as for right now, if
also if anyone has any ideas on what we were what we are gonna say. My English is broken. Oh god. What I meant was, if you guys want us to talk in a specific
if you guys want us to talk about specific topic of VTuber, if you guys want us to talk
just
about,
write it in the comments. My English is not working right now.
Okay, so if you guys got any new topic or interesting topic that you want us to talk about, or about VTuber, if you want us to talk about more about VTubers or anime or mangas, just write in the comment. I will look into them and see what we can talk about on the next podcast. So if you are watching this in the morning, have a good day. If you are watching this at night time, have a good night rest. And thank you so much for coming to for the podcast today, Regis. I'm sorry for the whole problem at the start.
No, it's okay. I don't mind.
And don't forget, you guys, don't forget to like the video, share the video. I mean, share the podcast, like the podcast, share the. What am I saying? Still got a problem with this. Okay, like the podcast. Share the, okay, this is a YouTube video, so like the video, share the video, subscribe for future update, and don't forget to press the notification if you need to. And this is the host of Anime Random Talk, Amiga Kita, with the special guest Rizi-san, signing out. Bye!